Are we airing on here?
Universe.
It's a full vibe. We in the zone. Y'all know what's happening.
Zone.
Diverse universe. You have just entered in the mortal portal with entitled Millennials. The notorious one. The tall midget. The one that hovers over the Himalayas. The silent, loud person. The truth in the middle of hypocrisy. The return of George with a J, but still a G. How you doing, brother?
All good, fam. All good, you know. I get lost for a minute, and then I can always come back. Because how they say the good son always comes back. Still here.
The good son, yeah.
Still an immigrant, not eating cats or dogs.
Damn.
We still here.
Damn, that was a horrible joke, but you were able to make it.
Hey, we ain't eating no cats and dogs, bro.
Heard. And then on the
We're all
other end,
immigrants.
heard that's. Then on the other end, the rule of rubbing people the wrong way, the knowledge that should be seeked but means more when you stumble across it.
Ooh.
The person that have illustrated a book but just haven't yet wrote it. The notorious KID, The Martian, The Matter, Eminem, Mr. Money Morgan. How you feeling?
Watashi wasa.
I really want to know what that song's saying because I feel uncomfortable when it comes on.
You know what it's saying?
Do I look Japanese to you?
They're all the same people, bro.
Japanese. That threw Alan off. What the fuck is Japanese?
I don't know. Isn't he singing that Megan Thee Stallion song?
I hate that song.
I hate it too.
I feel like it's a spell been put on all the girls. That's how I feel.
What was it that you said? You said you knew. You said that I know what you meant.
No, I was saying you. I figured that you
Why?
understood it.
Why?
Because you're Dominican.
Dominicans speak 3 languages:
I figured all those 3 languages
Spanish,
got that.
sometimes English, and a whole bunch of shit.
What's the difference between a Dominican and then a Mexican and then a Latino? What's the difference between a Dominican and Mexican and
Mexicans
Latino?
are not. South Americans are not Latinos.
Take your time with it. I really want to know.
South Americans are not Latinos.
Say it one more time for me.
South Americans are not Latinos.
South Americans. Okay, so that cancel out.
No, they're South American.
Got you. They're
South Americans they're people that were already there. So Latinos come from Latin people who spoke Latin from Europe, of European descent.
okay.
The real Latins are Europeans. Cubans are Latinos. Mixed Cubans are Latinos. Puerto Ricans are Latinos. You got Dominicans, you got Latinos, but you also some of them who are going to be Caribbean. But it's all about speaking Spanish, then something different. But if you notice, the Spanish in those different countries is all different.
That's interesting.
You want to know the greatest example of that?
Mm-hmm.
Brazil. Brazil don't speak Spanish.
No.
Brazil speaks Portuguese. Where's Brazil? The only country that doesn't speak Spanish in South America and Central America is Brazil. And Brazilians, they're Latinos.
Brazilians are Latinos.
You're gonna piss a group of people off.
I don't care if they get pissed off. It's history. It's geography. It's body movement.
That's interesting as hell to me. Like, that's crazy.
You got to take it from this point of view. And you're gonna find Dominicans that how you have here Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You had Native Tainos. Not gonna call them Native Americans. You got Native Tainos. Tainos look like you. They're gonna look like him, but they're gonna have softer looking hair.
My boy just debunked the slave story. They shouldn't have been here.
They're not like Tainos are dark skinned. They just have smoother hair. They're not gonna have that curly hair that Africans had.
Now that's interesting.
But you found my daughter's grandfather, his entire lineage is native from Puerto Rico. Native. I'm talking about. They were there when his ancestors were there when the Europeans got there.
That's a big deal.
And you see him, he's darker than me, but his hair is, you'll see it, it's like smooth and like it's not hair that would come from Africa.
Okay.
Say it like that. Like our African descent, you can see it immediately on our hair.
That's interesting. Like, how the world is engineered, you can tell a dumb person was in a really good position.
For what?
Because a lot of things that's supposedly fact really doesn't make sense.
If I look up right now a picture of natives from Dominican Republic, they're gonna look exactly like Native Americans.
That's what. No. What I'm saying is not disagreeing with you.
Oh.
What I'm saying is, I'm taking what you're saying as facts, and I'm saying that let me know that a lot of things on the map was manipulated.
Oh, the whole map is.
That's the proof.
The whole map is unproportionate.
Exactly.
It's disproportionate.
So it's things like that that's starting to really like be like, oh yeah, that's stupid. You know something that was interesting to me that you breaking down that George Lopez. I never got that the running joke was a Mexican is with a Latino. That was the inside joke that a lot of us probably didn't get, the clashing of two cultures. I didn't understand it until a Mexican person broke that down. Like, that's a joke in that show.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah. But look, that's how they depict Tainos.
I got you.
Basically, you could change the wardrobe a little bit. You could say that these are Native Americans.
For sure.
See what I'm saying?
Which lines up with kid theory.
There you go.
Which lines up with his theory.
That's the fake version that he showed.
What do you mean the fake version?
Anytime that you can type into Google a certain group of people, you have to choose your wording right on how you set that in frame.
Okay, so what do you call?
Because if you say Indian, they're gonna show you Mongoloid.
I didn't say Indian.
I'm not saying on that.
I googled it as Taino Dominicano, Dominican Tainos. You can Google it exactly like that. That's what they were called.
What's the movie? What's that movie? With them niggas, like it was. I never seen the movie, but it was a bunch of them niggas in the damn forest. They had like the things, and they know. I don't forgot what it was.
Apocalypse.
Oh, Apocalypto, something like that.
Yeah. They were trying to say.
Right. Okay. That's the fake version of what I'm talking about.
What do you mean that's the fake version?
Those are not even real people. Those are mixed people.
Why? No, because you want to know what they actually called the mixed back in Central America. If you ever hear a Mexican calling somebody hijo de la chingada, that's basically la chingada was basically there was this woman who learned how to communicate with the Spaniards. And she, instead of helping everybody else, helping the people, she would actually, she was snitch. She was a double agent. She was snitch. And they had a kid. And that mix of those kids were called la chingada. That's why they take it so offensively. So it's worse than you calling a Mexican a bastard.
Those people who play those people in those movies, those are mixed people that they get to portray.
Obviously, you're going to have mixed people. Most of them might be mixed people. You got in Central America, if you look up documentaries, you'll still find actual living full tribes.
Yeah. See, they had this, everything gets Europeanized, and then when it gets Europeanized,
everything came from Europe.
I don't know about that, but
I'm not talking about people. Let's take black people aside from it. Today basically came from Europe, including religion.
I don't mean like agriculture or nothing like that. I mean depiction. You know what I mean? When you say Europeanized, it's when you start seeing there's might be a person of what they call African lineage, but they'll paint them with a straight nose, long hair, like blonde white people hair. But the depiction before probably wasn't that. You get what I mean? When I say Europeanized?
Because you're not gonna. First of all, nobody wants to see no ugly person.
Wow.
Ugly person on TV.
Shit.
It goes for white people, black people, brown, yellow. Have you ever, like, whenever you see ugly of anything, he's gonna be a comedic relief? Yes or no? Most comedians you see on movies, and motherfuckers is ugly.
Yeah.
You don't usually see That's why, like, what not? And I'm not gonna say ugly. Let's put it this way: less attractive. It's less offensive. It's attractive. It's not gonna call out for a biography, stuff like that.
But you know what's
But mind you, they'll take that good-looking person and they'll make him look raggedy.
So I'm gonna bite on your point. I'm gonna bite on it. This was so interesting. Your top tier, top 5 black comedians are some way, somehow all good looking men.
After you get money, everybody's good looking.
No. If I give you Bill Cosby, hold on. I started wrong.
Well,
Bill Cosby had that big tree nose.
I didn't grow up on Bill Cosby, but
Who did you grow? Okay, listen. We're not talking sports. There's no
not on
other culture.
On sports either.
Hold on. We're not talking culture. I mean, we're not talking sports. There's no other demographic of people that's funnier and on top of Mount Rushmore as of comedy than regular old American blacks.
Again, it's not majority.
That's majority.
You think it's majority?
I think
you think
George
majority?
Carlin-
You think majority of black comedians they're all good looking?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. That's what I thought you had said. I'm not trying to trip you out.
No. You ain't tripping me out. You just ain't hearing the subtleties. The top 5 of black who everybody talk about, they're always good looking men. Richard Pryor was good looking
for that time, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, good looking.
Again,
bro, he was a rock star.
But he was a rock star as a comedian. You got to see it from this point of view. You
compare George Carlin, who is one of the greatest white comedians, top 5 comedians, period. One of my favorites. George is arguably, there's no other white person that's a stand-up comedian that's better than George Carlin, right? So like when black people mention Pryor, white person gonna throw out George.
Yeah.
George looks like a professor. He looks like George Feeney from Boy Meets World.
Okay.
And then when you compare,
and if you sit up Pryor nowadays with those suits he used to wear, he's gonna look like a professor. He looks like he teaches at Morehouse.
That's a good point.
You see what I'm saying? So
but still good looking.
No, I'm not. Okay, but again,
hey, we're gonna have to make that shit.
All right, you said you didn't want to do sports. Let's touch on sports.
No, because we're just talking about comedians.
But it's for me to prove my point of when it comes to it, money makes you prettier.
But that changes the conversation. I agree with you that money.
That's what I'm saying. If you take these comedians when they were broke, they were funny. They had a little bit of clout. Immediately when they clean up, start using more expensive clothes, start going to the more expensive barbers and hairdressers.
Eddie Murphy is just an attractive dude.
Huh?
Eddie Murphy is not attractive?
No.
Well, she would know more than me.
Now you got
Martin Lawrence.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Kevin Hart.
No.
Okay. Point made. I would not argue with the woman.
Out of all 3 of them, it will be Kevin Hart. But I mean, he's too short.
Let me ask you this:
got to be a certain height
who dresses better?
Period.
Take apart their face. If you all 3 of them walk in here right now and they're triplets.
No. One is average height, another one's a medium, and the other one's damn near a midget. They're 2 different.
Then let's say what I mean is when they get money, you clean up. You start using more.
I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. So after you can't tell me after you get money, you don't have a reason to be struggling. Your body's not gonna struggle. You're gonna be using creams. You're gonna be taking better care of yourself. You're gonna clean up. Even if you're already a clean person, the minute you get money and you start using that more expensive lotion, that good shampoo, start sleeping in nice AC. You don't have to be sweating all day. You don't have to be going out and be in the sun every time. You're gonna clean up. You're gonna look cleaner, and automatically cleaner makes you look better.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. So when it comes to comedians are not that good looking now, and it's not because he's white, but that motherfucker, Matt Rife, that's a double handsome motherfucker. You see him?
That's my point. This is why I know, like, yeah, this is why conversations, you gotta have rules, because you can't mention a Matt Rife in any type of category with greats like George, Jerry, Eddie, Richard. Those are two different. That's like if we're talking about rap and then you mention Soulja Boy. It's
yeah.
It's just Matt Rife. Come on, man.
All right. Michelle, what's this guy from? Was this comedian? This guy's name from Steve Harvey. You think Steve Harvey's handsome?
No.
Now, do you think he's an elegant man?
No.
You don't think he's an elegant man? There, I defer. A man dresses nice. He's tailored. He's clean. He is an elegant person.
Just because you're dressed elegant, that don't mean you're elegant.
I seen women that are not that pretty wear a dress and automatically they look like $1 million. They might not be prettier, but being elegant adds to their. What would be the word for that?
What is being elegant?
Right.
Because the clothes doesn't make you elegant, right?
Right. I don't
that's
think
the thing. Being elegant is.
Elegant.
I feel like elegant.
Being naked doesn't make you elegant either. So elegant, whatever.
I feel like though I feel like the way you carry yourself more than what you have on. Like when you just walk in the room and you just carry yourself with so much poise and grace, and it's gonna show.
It's being elegant. It's not physical.
So I'm saying, what has been elegant?
So what has been elegant?
Just what you said. Poised. It's like the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, how you talk. Anything that's elegant is material. It's not physical on you.
Mm-hmm.
Elegant is material?
I wouldn't say. I used the wrong word, because you could be elegant and not be well dressed, but the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, you're very eloquent, and you. Baby mom's always telling me that I use this word. I used to say educated, but she means manners, your mannerism, how you talk to people. Those are the things that you do and things you wear, all come up to being part of being elegant. Because I've seen dudes with do-rags, baggy pants, pair of Jordans on shirt, but when they open their mouth, they sound like they got 10 PhDs and they're about to
Well, you can't confuse educated with being elegant.
Being educated is elegant.
No, it's not true. You can't confuse these things because they're different. You can have somebody that's a graduate, got a master's, got all that, and they may not know how to behave when it's time
then that's why I'm using the word wrong, because
that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about, then it would be, what's the word she says? Manners.
Yeah, manners is different.
But if I were to translate you're well-mannered in Spanish, I would literally, word for word translate it, you are educated.
You were educated in the position hold on.
Yeah.
You are educated in what position you in on how to act. But I'm saying educated in his natural state. This is the confusement that we do with black people. We say if they're educated, then they're elegant, which isn't true.
If they have manners.
Because you can have manners and not have an education.